Cal, I'm glad to see you're okay. What's the situation here?
Dozens of Nihil. They just swarmed the place. As soon as Horbo and Master Sarias got back, took them and the younglings down into the tunnels below the outpost. I know another way in, but I don't know. I wanted to confer with the two of you and hopefully come up with some sort of plan.
Did they give any reason why?
Do they need a reason why?
That's
I mean,
fair.
as far as I know, it's just, it's probably a vendetta at this point.
Gotta get them back.
That we do.
Lodee squats down in front of the Nihil, who have been delimbed.
Disarmed.
Yeah, in both sense of the word. Why are you here?
We're here to stop you, Jedi. We're here to wipe you out, and we won't stop until you're all gone.
Where is the Deveronian?
Zircon? You're looking for him? I hope you do find him.
Are you gonna tell me where he is?
You know what? Maybe I will tell you if you want to see him so badly. Yeah, he took all your little friends. They're down in the caves. Go find him. He'll be so happy to see you.
It's amazing I didn't have to roll coercion or anything at all. I would have succeeded in those rolls, but
I would have made you, but I was like, oh, I already told him he wants you to, so.
yeah. So he took everybody into the tunnels beneath the plateau. Cool. Cool.
So Kel knows of an additional tunnel outside the outpost that might be of some use to us, but I imagine that there's also some way in from the actual outpost as well.
I want to do more damage to the ships before we go.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Do you think we have time?
I think we can make some pretty quick work. I know how these things work. Shouldn't take but a moment.
Yeah.
The three of you assess the grounds.
There's just two other fighters.
Two other fighters and the freighter, which you've already fired upon. Are you just going to walk up to them, or are you is there any kind of stealth or anything like that? How much do you all care about being seen right now?
Not at all.
I think we have been seen.
Yeah, I'm not used to playing with Jedi characters. I forget that Jedi, they don't care at all. Unless they're alone, they don't care.
I mean, shadows probably care, but
none of us are shadows.
We are not shadows.
I think while they go off to start destroying these ships, Kel is going to do his best to tie these 4 goons up.
Okay, so Kel, you're not going to involve yourself in the destruction of these ships?
No.
Which of these ships would you like to happen upon first? Fighters or freighter?
The fighters.
You've already have done moderate damage to the engines of the freighter. So yeah, the two fighters are parked next to each other. One Nihil is turning a wrench, like a socket wrench, and making some additions. You can actually see some pieces of siding, some loose metal roofing from the Jedi Temple that's going to be added to this Nihil's fighter in a second.
He didn't notice the combat that just happened? I guess there were no blasters, so...
There were no blasters.
Maybe in his helmet, he just has Wreck Punt blasting in his helmet.
Helmet's going, music is blaring. It's audible to you as you approach. As you approach, I mean, it's funny for you to sneak up on him, though you have not done a stealth check.
I think Lodee should use the Force to grab him.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna grab him.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Great.
just dangle him up in the air. That, or I'm gonna take his helmet, because I think move and bind are very different powers, and I don't have bind.
Okay.
So I could throw him, but I don't really want to throw him. I'm just gonna take his helmet. So I guess I will roll a 4-side pip for that. Griffin Darkside again.
Oh boy.
which I spend. It's a lot of conflict going on yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you succeeded. What does it look like when you take this Nihil's helmet? Or
What kind of Nihil is he?
Underneath.
Like, well, what species is he?
Is it the Chadra fan who's just gotten a promotion from the
Yes.
room?
Yeah, it's the Chadra fan.
I was like, wouldn't it be great if it was Din? But sure, let's make it the Chadra fan.
Oh, Din.
Yep, it's the Chadra fan.
Yeah, so I imagine, like, the big ears under a helmet, maybe it's just like a fate like that. So, like, the helmet comes out from the chin and over the head.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can do fine enough manipulation that I'm not just gonna rip it off his head.
Mm-hmm.
And it just not floats, like scooches to Lodee, because she reaches out a hand, palm side up, and fingers kind of cage, and then pulls it towards herself. And the helmet rockets over to her and lands in her hand.
And this Nihil goes,
Huh?
turns around, and
Where's my blaster?
I want, you can tell me no, but I want Bekros to be standing beside Lodee. Lodee's holding the helmet, and Bekros is just holding out a pair of binders. You're just like, do you really want to fight us about this?
I suggest you surrender.
The Nihil will never surrender the Jedi. Where the heck did I put that blaster?
you're gonna do
Where is his blaster? I will take the blaster too.
Are you gonna do like a coercion or something?
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to roll coercion, I will roll coercion.
Do we want to make this a social check instead of killing this poor, cute Chashire man?
One, I excel in social checks. I will absolutely make a social check. I am rolling 3 green die and a boost die.
Okay.
So,
What's your difficulty going to be?
What are you doing? A coercion that is against discipline? Cool. I don't remember.
I think I don't know if it's right, but I think discipline feels best here.
Yeah, which is probably not super high for this character.
No.
Just poor Cheddar fan.
It's going to be 1 purple.
You have any setbacks or anything you want to add to that 1 purple?
A setback because this Chadra fan is one of Zarkon's, biggest fans. This Chadra fan has built their life around loyalty to Zarkon and has already told you that the Nihil never surrender.
You may want to rethink that, buddy.
yeah. That's a success and 2 advantages.
A success and 2 advantages. How do you want to spend those advantages?
Can you turn over the keys to the 2 fighters?
Yeah, give me the keys. I mean, I want to ground these guys anyway. Just give me the keys. I'm grounding you.
I think that the Chadra fan says
You're not getting these keys.
and is holding these 2 keys in front of you, and they fly to your hand.
What? You Jedi don't play fair.
The Chadra fan walks over to Bekros.
This won't be the last you hear of me, and this won't be the last you hear of Zircon. He's waiting for you.
Good. I'm sure we'll have pleasant negotiations.
So you clip some binders on this little chap.
And Bekros kind of gives him a little shove in the back towards the others that Kel is tied up.
Yeah, and Kel grabs them and I think probably locks them all in a little mechanics shed. No, this is the garden area. It's a little gardening shed. There's like some rakes and things. Nothing that can really be used as a weapon. Thinking like the wooden rakes with the wooden pegs that you use for sand, like Zen garden.
Oh, like Zen gardening?
Yeah, it's the Jedi.
Well, yeah, this is probably a lovely meditation garden when there aren't a whole bunch of Nihil kit-bashed fighters and freighters landed in it.
And arms on the ground.
And arms on the ground.
You didn't pick those up?
We're gonna let the Padawan do that.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say that because I'll forget this. Horbo is the master of sand sweeping and salting.
It's made very pretty
Sculpting.
Patterns.
Yes.
Very pretty patterns.
I think that's his job. So yeah, he'll use that little nubby rake to rake up those arms later if he's rescued.
Well, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 1. Are the rest of you fellows with Zircon?
I'm not telling you anything else. You just go find him. The Nihil are all over this place. We've invaded your temple. It's our temple now.
Now listen, if you fellas play nice, I'm gonna do a negotiation check. If you play nice, we'll turn you over to the Republic. If you decide not to cooperate, we're gonna turn you over to the O'Donnells. The way I heard it, prison's not a nice place in the Outer Rim. Back on Coruscant, you get 3-4 square meals, whatever your species requires. You get regular showers with hot water. I don't think they have that around here. So, it might benefit you to play along here. So it's against their negotiation.
Negotiation, what's the base skill?
Presence.
Okay, it's gonna be two purple.
Okay.
How can I add a setback?
You've got 4 dark side points.
Fine. I'm gonna flip. I'll flip to a light. I'm gonna upgrade your check.
Great.
If I was making it, I could suffer strain to downgrade it.
You want to do a group check?
Oh, here we go. You already said your thing.
Well, maybe Lodee adds something.
Little good cop, bad cop.
It sounded like you just did the good cop.
He did do the good cop. Okay, you want to do a bad cop? I'll let it be a group check.
Let my brain think.
You don't have to be a bad cop if you don't want to. You could also be good cop.
You know, good cop, good cop.
Republic prison system will definitely give you some prosthetics for those limbs you no longer have. Whereas, Outer Rim, you get what you get. You are what you are.
Okay.
Because the Republic's all about, rehabilitation. Outer Rim's just about punishment.
Do you have any ranks in negotiation?
Yes.
How many?
2,
2? What's your presence?
3.
Wow, you're better at this than me. You should roll it.
Okay. And I can remove up to 2 setback die.
So add a boost for me.
A boost from you. Did you impose any setback?
Nope. Just an upgrade that you downgraded.
Yeah. How much strain do I suffer for that? I don't know how much strain I suffer for that.
What is the skill?
It is congenial.
A number of strain equal to ranks in congenial. So if you have 1 rank, just 1 strain.
Okay. And that was what, like a purple? 2 purple?
Being 2.
It's going to be a purple and a red because I upgraded it.
Okay, but I just downgraded it. So it was going to be 2 reds, or is it 2 purples?
It was going to be a purple and a red, so you downgraded it, so now it's 2 purple again? Okay.
Yeah.
Just stole a dark side point to light side.
Yeah.
3 successes.
3 successes. This
Yep.
was negotiation?
Yep.
For a little more
Negotiation.
info.
What were we asking them? We were asking them to, how many of you guys are around?
The Chadrafan seems to have the most knowledge of what's going on and has your attention. The Chadrafan kind of rubs its face and kind of in a thinking, frustrated bewilderment.
What do you want to know? What do you need? You want to help us out? Fine. I'll take a hand out. I'll get out of this business. For now. We'll see. I've fallen back in before. I've worked for Captain Zircon. I've worked for Captain Morgo. Who knows who the next captain will be? So you want help from me? You want to know where he is? I've already told you he's down in the caves.
How many Nihil are there? There's you 4. How many more?
Heh, that's funny. We must have come with at least 40 of us. Still probably a handful on the freighter. They'll be waiting for ya.
Is he lying?
If you pass, I don't know if he would lie to
Okay.
you.
We filled these tunnels below this place. If you're gonna go down there and find your friends, face Zircon, you're gonna have to face the rest of us. If you win, I'll take a cushy spot in a Republic prison. And if you don't, well, I'll just hop back on that ship and fly on out of here.
After you repair it.
Ugh, don't remind me.
I'm gonna Star Wars door logic the Swan Tech. Lock those Nihil in there.
Okay, so did you get what you wanted out of
Yeah.
this?
We slammed the door to the shed.
He said there's 40 Nihil, some of which are on the Swan Tech.
35 now.
You head over to the Swantech. It has a large door in the aft section that has a ramp going up into a cargo bay. You can see some Nihil at a distance. They're moving some things around, rearranging things, moving crates into the ship. You're not quite sure what they contain.
Okay. So
Is it like our
I want...
stuff? Taking our stuff?
They're taking our stuff.
Well, that's not cool.
So they just have a ramp down?
Yeah,
It's going to be difficult to Star Wars door logic.
Yeah. I mean, could be stuck open. That's not
If
good
it's
for
stuck-
flying.
That's true. It's not very space safe.
Some sparks are shooting off of the top of this vessel. Nihil are pretty thrifty. They're already getting to work on repairing some of the damage that you've done to the engine.
I think Bekros would definitely want to take a stab at disabling the freighter further. Get as many of the Nihil as possible trapped inside, at least for the time being. So I think he would head up to the controls, and I'm getting a little more sneaky now. He's not just strutting up there, but trying to find a good place, a little access panel to go in and kind of...
You sneak up, you find the access panel, you lock the ship down and destroy the controls, and I can use move to rocket you out of there as the ramp closes.
And I'm going to do sense to see just how many Nihil there are on that ship.
I like it.
I got one dark side point. Kel's not going to tap into the dark side. These are trying times, and it's easy to fall to temptation, but he resists.
Okay. So, Bekros, you're going to try and find an access panel where the ship is kind of like locked into like fueling and communication with the ground landing area?
Yeah.
Or is it like on the ship?
I'm thinking like near-ish where the ramps and doors are that people can get on and off is a mechanic's access hatch.
Got it.
And inside that, he can physically alter the stuff so that the doors essentially slam closed and have to be repaired before anybody can get off the ship.
Okay, cool. Man, do I want to make you do 2 checks?
We could do a group stealth check.
Why don't you do a group stealth check?
Okay.
Does anybody have stealth?
And should this
I have 1 rank.
Should this impact the result of like just the check at large?
Maybe with advantages and stuff.
Okay.
So I don't have any ranks in stealth, but I add a boost to stealth checks. So it'll be 2 boosts from Kel.
I don't have any ranks. Bekros, do you have ranks?
I have 1 rank in stealth and 3 agility.
All right. Sounds like Bekros is making this, which you're the one sneaking up the ramp, so...
We're doing
Makes
the support
sense.
work while trying to remain unseen.
What's my difficulty here?
Let's make it 2 purple.
Okay. Do I get a boost for each person helping me with this?
Good question.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
And then an extra boost for Kel's
For Kel's.
special ability.
All right. Let's do it. So we've got 2 success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 advantage.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Tell me how awesome this plays out.
We're doing so well.
Despite our initially loud approach, I think that the Nihil really all tend to have this earbuds of wreck funk.
Yeah, they're if they've got one flaw, it's that they just can't listen to that inner noise. They can't stop, having this external input. All of them are constantly listening to music. They're never thinking about their own thought, and they're also not communicating with each other well. And it's all happening to your advantage. Even the Nihil on top that is using a fusion cutter to make some repairs, I don't think has any idea y'all are even here.
Yeah. So Bekros, does the little crouch walk and gets right up next to the Swan Tech and reaches up and flips down a little mechanic access port and reaches in and goes and switches, basically disabling all the hydraulics and electronics that would be used to open the door, any of the doors on the Swan Tech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the door, some smoke kind of shoots out on either side of this door as it slowly rises up, and you can just barely hear a Nihil say,
"Hey, huh?"
as it clicks closed, and the ship.
Hey! It's the light side this time.
All right.
2 light side pips, so I pulled Bekros out.
Okay, you have actively grounded all the ships that have attacked this Jedi temple. Well done.
Perfect.
You're not sure how many Nihil are on that ship, but I'd say you saw at least 3 just moving things in and out.
There is still one on top. And the fact that there are at least 3 in there means they probably have access to the guns of the ship's weapon systems.
That's very helpful of you.
You know, if you shoot us with the ship's weapons, we die, right?
I do know that. I have been thinking about this game for a while, and that had crossed my mind today.
But they can't move the ship.
It's true. So we
They
just
can't
have to
move
stay
the ship, so the guns
out
are
of
just
their
pointing
firing
over.
arcs. Yeah.
I'm gonna...
Where are the guns? I have a lightsaber.
I think they're on the sides.
Yeah.
Sides?
Yeah.
Are they on the top or the bottom?
No,
Sides.
just right and left.
Bottom would be really bad for you guys, so...
But the whole hydraulic system of the entire
Yeah, there's a lot of
freighter is messed
advantages.
up. So
Yeah, that's a lot of advantages. You could have... I think you probably could have, like, heavily damaged the processor, like the communications and stuff of this ship. And I did not plan on having you all... I did not plan on this next part of you having to deal with the guns, but it is fun.
can I say that if the mechanics of the guns and the doors and all that stuff do in fact work on hydraulics and things like that, that I've bled the entire system, like basically opened up the valve for that, and so that's why nothing is moving, including the guns.
I'm sorry, did you just dump a whole bunch of toxic chemicals into a Jedi garden?
I did, but
he
I
did.
also locked a whole bunch of Nihil in their ship.
You just ruined this beautiful... Oh, God.
This garden was organic. Come on, Bekros.
It's going to take so much...
Think of all the work Horbo has to do now.
Horbo likes this kind of work. I don't know what you guys are.
It's gonna get all in his
You're finding
fur.
real zen in cleaning up the garden, and I didn't think it through. I'm sorry. Okay.
Man, the environmental impacts. There is not going to be anything that can grow here for centuries.
The buildings are on fire, and we're worried about the hydraulic fluid on the grass.
I mean, I feel like that's fair. But anyway, so yes, we have disabled the swan tech. Now I suppose we are going to go into some tunnels to hunt a Devaronian.
I think we exit the gardens and make our way out into the jungle towards the tunnels.
The 3 of you leave the temple. You journey out into the forests of Bavva, led by Kel. Kel, you're taking them a route that you know or have recently learned?
Yeah, I think Kel, as this person fueled by curiosity, has spent some time exploring the jungles around this outpost. At this point, he knows which of the vines are like poisonous and which are edible, and knows some of the caves. And is this... There's something about the caves, right? Like, the temple was built here for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the worms, but I don't remember anything about them.
But the worms and their giant piles of poop.
Yeah, that you can get kyber crystals out of.
Yep.
I love this. So Kel knows of a way, and you are headed that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ask each of you to do a hard survival check.
Since Kel knows the way, can I add a force die to this check to try some wayfinding using Seek?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I use Farsight to just be able to see through the trees and the vines?
I like it. Okay.
Haha.
Bekros? You got a force power you want to use?
Does Bekros have a force power? No. Does Bekros have experience in survival? No. Can Bekros have a boost
Dark
because
side
he's
again.
behind both of these people following because he has no idea what he's doing out in the woods?
Yeah, I picture Bekros being like me on a hiking trip. The person in the back that's just like following in every footstep that the 2 leading Jedi make so that you don't break your ankle.
Yep.
I rolled no successes, 1 threat, and 1 dark side point.
Wow.
I
Okay.
rolled 1 success and 1 dark side point.
I think the dark side is slightly more oppressive here than it typically is.
I think that the Nihil's presence has made this very force positive place a bit negative. Things are a bit volatile. You hear some creatures flying from the temple, and you hear their calls in the air, and they're not happy. The smoke and violence has made things a little bit turbulent here at this temple.
Sure, it's Nihil. Yeah.
For every threat, I think take 1 strain.
All right, 1 strain for me. Can we even say that maybe the pathway that Kel knows is just a little different?
Yes.
There's something different about this journey.
The path looks different to Kel. It's not as easy, not as familiar as Kel thought it would be. But the 3 of you have made it. You have at least made it closer. You can hear water. You hear rushing water. I think that there are rivers that hug pretty close to the temple, and some of them branch off into smaller rushes of water.
So we're doing this modular encounter. Okay.
You've read all of them? You've got them all memorized?
I've played this one.
Have you?
Yeah.
Great. I think that makes sense, because I think that though the path was unfamiliar to Kel has journeyed through these forests, experienced some of this, and the way to arrive at these tunnels. And the 3 of you happen upon a very quickly moving river stream. I think it's maybe about 30 feet across, and the water is running so quickly because it is cascading over a nearby waterfall. As the 3 of you look at this waterfall, Kel gestures that this is the way across.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cross this thing.
Oh, can I eat this plant?
No, don't eat that one.
What about this one?
Yeah, that one's good.
Okay. Bekros is definitely going to pick a couple and put it in his pocket, because he had 3 advantages on his survival check.
Write down that you have a good plant.
And now that I've helped in no way in particular, what's our plan for getting across this river?
I think we're gonna have to wade. It's not too deep, but the water's pretty strong. Thank you for listening to this episode of Path of the Storm. Today's episode was produced by Nightcast Creative. To find out more about Nightcast Creative and the shows that we make, visit nightcastcreative.com. Today's episode is also brought to you by Dicey Cantina and Erica Goodwitch. For more of Dicey Cantina, visit diceycantina.com or youtube.com/c/Dicey Cantina. Thanks to Nikki for lending her voice to this episode. The seed for this adventure can be found as the modular encounter, exploring the Akalbus ruins, in the Nexus of Power supplement to the Star Wars role-playing game, from Fantasy Flight Games and Edge Studios.